How's it going, folks? I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about the very first story episode for Power Metal Rangers is out now. We're hard at work on the next song, so don't worry about that. But, you know, the way this works is we have a really interconnected kind of storytelling approach to this. You know, we have the very first single, Rangers Go, and then around that we have built a full story episode that explains kind of how the Rangers formed up. It establishes a bunch of lore, establishes some main overarching kind of villains and conflict and stuff like that. And that's how we're going to approach things going forward. You know, there'll be song, there'll be a story episode, and it's just this really interconnected thing with music, visuals, voice acting, storytelling, all of that. It's really quite ambitious, and I'm just so stoked that we're doing this. And this first story episode was a true labor of love. A lot of work went into this. A lot of people were involved with this, and I think it turned out pretty awesome. So all the different characters, including my character of the character Nathan Murphy, aka Power Metal Ranger, I voice that character, and it was a bit daunting, you know, to have to voice, you know, a character, to voice act, but it was just a lot of fun. And so you'll get to know this character, kind of learn about his backstory, his history a little bit, his personal conflicts, and what he tries to do to kind of help people and stuff like that. And that all kind of builds up into how he ends up forming the Rangers. And each of the Power Metal Rangers, they have their own characters. And each of the band members in the band Power Metal Rangers, they actually created their characters, and they voiced them in this story episode. So every character that is, you know, a Power Metal Ranger in the story episode is voiced by that person in real life. You know, some of the characters are kind of crazy or wild, whatever, but each band member created their own character, so that's really cool, and then they voice them. And in addition to that, there's other characters that we brought in, voice actors and stuff to voice some of the other characters, and it really, really is just awesome. There's visuals, you get to kind of see the different characters, kind of learn a little bit more about them, because in the first single, Rangers Go, you see the music video, you see the characters, you see the Power Metal Rangers, and all that. But here, you get to learn more about them, learn about their personality, and, you know, how it all kind of came to be. And it's all built around Rangers Go. And, yeah, it's the first story episode, so it kind of establishes the beginning of everything. It's quite exposition heavy for a while, because, you know, we got to establish the world and the characters and stuff. But don't worry, as it goes, there's plenty of action and bombast, and the really cool interactions between the characters and stuff. And the villains, I think, are super cool and unique. And yeah, it's just the beginning. So yeah, you know, I mean, if you want to learn more about the characters and just enjoy like a visual and audio kind of spectacle and all that stuff, think of it like the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, that's kind of what we're creating here. This is the first episode, so it focuses a lot on my character, Nathan Murphy, aka Power Metal Ranger. But as we go, you know, it'll expand, and there'll be more adventures and all that good stuff. And also, fun fact, in addition to my character Nathan Murphy that I actually voice another character in the episode. I won't spoil who, and I'll be curious to know if anyone can guess who else I voice, and that was a lot of fun too. So it's just really cool. There's a lot of like unique music. There's like a cinematic kind of soundtrack put in there for all the scenes, and I mean it really is quite the production. And I highly recommend and hope that y'all would be interested in checking that out. And yeah, and again, we're hard at work on the next song, so don't worry. But this took a lot of effort, and I'm very, very proud of it. So I put a link in the description below that'll take you right to the story episode. I think it's like 48 minutes. So again, it's hefty. There's a lot of storytelling in there, and it's just I'm really passionate about it, and I just think it's so cool. So I really hope that y'all can take the time to check that out. You know, if you love the Power Metal Rangers and Rangers Go, I think you'll be able to get a lot out of this first story episode, and hopefully it'll leave you wanting more. And I can promise you, more is coming. Like I said, we're hard at work on the next songs, so hopefully we'll be able to release the second song here soon. And we actually already have the third song done. The third song is completely done and ready, but it's going to be the third single. We're finishing up the second song, so once the second song releases, y'all can already expect and know that the third song is already ready, and we're continuing to work more and more on that, and hopefully get more story episodes out there. So yeah, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. Again, I'm biased, but yeah, anywho, in the description below, there's the link that'll take you right to that story episode. Please check it out. You know, if you have even just a smidge of curiosity or interest about it, and either in this video or on that story episode video, please comment. Let us know what you think. We really want to get that feedback and see what folks think about it. So yeah, I really appreciate all y'all's support. Hopefully you'll check that out. And again, if you do, please, whether here or on Instagram or on the story episode video itself, please comment. Just let us know what you think, even if it's not the most positive. If you have some critiques or whatever, that's fine. Just let us know. We just love to know. I hope everyone just says this is awesome, but we don't want you to lie to us, so be honest. Please check it out. Super excited for all this, and stay tuned for more Power Metal Rangers coming very, very soon. Anywho, with that, thank you all so much for all of your support. Really, really appreciate it. Oh, and also, you can join the Discord, the LovAnaverse music Discord, which I'm a part of, and the voice actors and other people. So join the Discord. That's also going to be in the description below. And we talk about all kinds of things. It's a really fun environment, and you'll get to kind of be, the first to know of new things happening and all that stuff as far as Power Metal Rangers go, and all the other bands that are part of the LovAnaverse and the trading card game, all that good stuff. So join the Discord. Check out the very first story episode for Power Metal Rangers, and stay tuned for more. Thank you all so much again. I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.